Today on The Young and the Restless, Daniel tries to guide Phyllis, Sharon undergoes hypnosis again, and Nate and Amy prepare to head to Los Angeles. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Crimson Lights, Nate and Amy tell Denise Tolliver they appreciate her taking their case. Denise says this is the third time Devon's pulled her out of retirement. She has an address in Los Angeles for Damien, but the next move is up to them. Amy tells Nate, "We found your brother." They learn that Damien is living in an apartment building in a decent neighborhood. Amy asks if he looked healthy. Denise didn't get that close a look. Amy says her heart is beating out of her chest. Denise warns that he changes jobs and homes frequently. They shouldn't wait too long. Amy pleads with Nate to go. At Daniel's apartment, he and Lucy watch as a man wheels out some boxes. He says, "That's the last of it." Lucy cries, "Goodbye, Mom." Phyllis comes in as they're hugging. She asks if the boxes in the hall are the last of Heather's things. Daniel confirms it. They needed to do it on their own. Phyllis sits by Lucy and asks how she's doing. Lucy's sad that her mom's not there and worries they've erased her. Daniel says that was just stuff and it will go to a good cause. Who your mom was and what she meant to us, that's right here. He gestures to his heart. Phyllis says he's right. It will help to move on if they're not surrounded by Heather's things. Lucy isn't feeling closure yet, just sadness that she's not there. Phyllis hugs her. At Sharon's place, she thanks Nick for coming. She needed to talk to him. He asks how she's feeling after the last hypnosis session. Sharon's mind is racing. She wants to do hypnosis again today. She asks him to stay. Nick agrees. Sharon has so many questions she needs answers to, and she can't wait anymore. Nick worries that the last session took a lot out of her. It also made her see there could be more. She has to do this now. Nick says, "Ok." Alan arrives and asks if she's ready. Sharon needs to fill in the blanks. Alan wants to be very cautious. If they're successful in bringing her back to the night Heather died, she could be reliving some particularly traumatic experiences. Sharon needs to know what happened. All of it. At Daniel's place, Phyllis suggests they all go out to lunch. Daniel thinks that sounds good, but Lucy is tired and wants a nap. Phyllis assures her she can call her to talk any time. Lucy thanks her grandma. Daniel tells his daughter, "This is one of the hard ones. In the future, things will get better." Her mom would have wanted them to move on and live their lives. He touches his heart. She's always going to be right here. Lucy goes to her room and Phyllis tells his son he's the best dad. She's really proud of him. Daniel also wants to be a good son and asks what's bothering her. Phyllis suggests they take the conversation elsewhere. Michael arrives at Sharon's place, and she assures him she's ready for another session. Nick worries it's too soon. Alan says sometimes not knowing can be just as damaging. Nick continues to advocate for waiting until she's stronger. Alan warns Sharon she may not remember anything. Sharon is willing to take the risk. Convinced, Alan says, "Why don't we start?" Michael pulls out a legal pad as Alan hypnotizes Sharon, hoping to send her back to that night. In Crimson Lights, Nate tells Amy he'll go to LA on the next flight out. "Pack your bags. Get ready to see your son." Amy thinks it would be best if he approached Damien on his own first. He could be really angry when he sees her. Nate points out he doesn't know him. He'd be a random guy showing up out of the blue claiming to be his brother. Amy continues to fret. Nate asks, "What is it? What's wrong?" Denise says she'll be at the athletic club. They can call when they're ready to make a move. After she's gone, Nate asks Amy to tell him why she's hesitant to travel. She claims it's her health. She doesn't feel up to it. Nate needs her there to establish the connection. He knows she's nervous, but they have come this far and can't let this chance slip by. Amy's afraid. Now that finding Damien is a reality, it means she'll have to tell the secrets she's kept from him his whole life. "I think he's going to hate me for it." At Society, Phyllis tells Daniel she wants his advice on something regarding her future. She explains that Billy is going to fight Victor to try and get Chancellor back and wants her to help him. Choking on his wine, Daniel says, "Of course he does." "Wait, what did you say?" Phyllis says she refused to be part of it. "I did that because of you and your sister." She doesn't want to jeopardize anything. Daniel peers at her. So what's the problem? Phyllis just woke up this morning thinking she made